Good morning.
Morning.
Nah, y'all too low, man. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, there we go. Charlotte was good. Where's all the fathers at, first and foremost? Stand up, fellas. Stand up. This is our day. Game day. Let these fathers around the floor, please. Shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to all the fathers. Now, make sure you protect your life, your children's mother. Tell them cash out you $1,500. You get a haircut and an outfit today. Tell them keep that same energy they make us do mothers, please. Alright? So, my name is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, better known as MG Mortgage Guy. Alright, cool. So, I like to do a lot of crowd participation, alright? Because I need energy. So, you guys gonna be with me on this? If I ask you a question, it's gonna say yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, come on, yes, right? Yes. Alright, yeah. Alright. So let's go through a little market update. Very important, I need you guys to pay attention. June 30th is the day that we all have been waiting for. The moratorium is supposedly going to end. Who the hell knows if it's going to end or not? But stay locked in. If this happens, there's a lot of evictions, foreclosures are going to hit the marketplace. So this could possibly open up some inventory, all right? But stay locked in because we know the Democrats, they're probably going to push it back, all right? But stay locked in with that. Home prices across the country is skyrocketing. That's no secret. It's a seller's market right now. It is not a buyer's market. So it's very important that you guys lock in, especially when the Indian season is on stage and they teach you how to do their thing. That you guys transform from emotional home buyers into CEOs, into investors, because you have to start looking at distressed properties. You have to start looking at properties that have been on the market for over 30, 60 days, because that's where you're going to find the deals. If you guys are looking for property that everyone else is looking for, you're going to have issues. You're going to have problems. Your offers are not going to get accepted. How many of you guys out there home shopping right now as we speak? Raise your hands. All right, so we got a few of y'all that are out there home shopping. I'm pretty sure if maybe your offers haven't been accepted, you've been outbid, right? Yes? Okay, so stop looking at those retail market properties. Start thinking like an investor and start looking at homes that's been in the market 60, 90, 120 days, things that need repairs, because that's when you guys are going to win. Now, interest rates right now, the economists are predicting that interest rates are going to stay low for at least the next 3 years. Today's market, if you're going for a conventional loan, interest rates are probably going to be somewhere around 2.875 to 3.25%. If you're doing an FHA or VA loan, you're going to be mid-twos to high twos right now on a 30-year fix. So mortgage money is still cheap, and it's the cheapest it's ever been. So it's a good opportunity for you guys to purchase. If you guys are homeowners, how many of you guys are homeowners? Say yes.
Yes. Yep.
All right. All you guys, did you refinance yet? If you refinance already, say yes. Okay, good. So you guys who didn't say yes, if you're a homeowner, you need to contact me or any lender that you're working with to start that process ASAP, because you don't want to lose the opportunity to take advantage of this cheap money. All right? Now, how many think there's going to be a housing crash? Say yes. Yes. Only a few of you think there's going to be a housing crash. That's good. Now, how many of you are waiting to buy a home until the market crashes? Say yes. Only one of you. Okay. So look, what I like to do is always give a comparison, because most people, especially online, the internet economists, they be in the comments and saying the market's going to crash, it's going to be worse than 2008, it's going to be worse than the Great Depression. These guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. But let's just give a hypothetical. This is what this chart is telling you right here. Today's market, if you buy a $500,000 home using a conventional mortgage, you put down 10%. Your interest rate will probably be roughly around 3%, right? Hypothetically speaking, you got a 720 or higher credit score. If the market drops 30%, that $500,000 sales price would now go to $350,000. But if that does happen, people, please understand, interest rates will skyrocket at the same time. So that 3% will go to 6%. not telling you it's going to be this rate because in 2008, 2009, 10, I was originating on this time, and that was the normal rate around that time. So look at the difference in payment. Today, it's $18.97 for the principal interest payment at 500K with 3%. But at 350 with a 6% rate, the payment is $18.88. So it's actually $8 and some change. It's more expensive on a monthly basis. Over 5 years, that $8 is equivalent to $27,525. And over the life of the loan, the interest that you're going to pay comes from $232,000 or $233,000 if you buy today, versus if you wait for a crash, you're going to pay $364,000. So the difference when you add this all up, the interest and even that 5-year savings, it's about $160,000 more expensive to wait for a crash than to buy now. So those of you, and everybody has these economists in your crew. Everybody knows what the hell they're talking about. Never want to profit in life, yes? They don't know nothing, but they'll tell you everything that you should know, but they don't have no proof. And they'll tell you it's not a good time to buy a house. You shouldn't buy a house. Inflation, blah, 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 blah. Screw them. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. At the end of the day. So, personally, if you're in the market, do not wait for something that you cannot control. You can only control what you guys do every day. This is why you're all here today, right? To learn, to take action, to execute, not to sit on the sidelines like most of these people are on the couch. It's Father's Day, it's Sunday. You guys can be anywhere, but you chose to be here, so you guys are taking action by being here. So when you leave here today, make sure you guys go out there and execute, because you don't want to wait for a market crash. You don't want to wait for prices to decrease. You just need to learn how to buy smart. That's it. Now, document checklists for conventional loans and FHA loans. Now, people always ask me that, how do I get started? What's the first thing I need to do? I'm going to tell you, the first thing you need to do is start with your mind, right? Yesterday we celebrated Juneteenth. Shout out to us, right? We celebrated Juneteenth. But some of us are still enslaved in our mind. Please don't let that go over your head. Some of us are still enslaved in our mind. Our mindset is all wrong. We have limited belief, limited thinking. We listen to this person, this person, and it stops us from achieving our goals. So the first place for each and every one of us, including myself, there are things that I have to unlock my mind. I have to put myself in certain rooms. I have to be around certain people. I have to receive certain information and certain energy, so that way I can strive and reach my goals. This is why I love being around Caesar and Envy, because these guys, I mean, Caesar has 1,600 units. That shit's crazy. I never thought in a million years I would meet somebody that looked like me that had that much real estate. You would think they're scamming. You know what I'm saying? You would think they're out there capping. But this man really has it. So when you're around certain people, they unlock this in here and make you strive for the best. So when you guys are all here together, you're all like-minded, you need to, instead of taking pictures and meeting with us, you need to start talking to each other. Real talk. And start building those relationships, because you never know, your business partners might be right next to you. So you should network with one another. So you guys are here for a reason. Mindset is one of them. Document checklist. Last 2 years W-2s, you need a 2-year work history. Now, how many people are self-employed in the building? Okay, we got a handful of people who are self-employed. So for all my W-2 people, if you decide to become self-employed, please do not quit your job just because you're making money as self-employed. Leverage that W-2 to buy your real estate while you build up your business. And once you have a 2-year history on your tax returns showing income from your business, then fire your job. But by that time, you probably leverage your W-2 enough to where you brought a couple of properties with it. Right? So we're going to need last 2 years of W-2s. If you're self-employed, we need tax returns, K-1s. Now, for all you self-employed people who are not filing your taxes, there are programs out there for you as well. You can do bank statement loans where you can use the deposits from your business to help you qualify. All right? So there are plenty of options out there for those folks who are not showing a lot of money on their taxes, and you can still get financing. All right? 30 days of pay stub, 2 months of bank statements, copy your ID. If you're getting a gift, you got to get a gift letter please do this real quick. 620 minimum credit score, 5 to 5% down payment required. Max sales concession is 3%. You guys know what the sales concession is? Say yes. All right, so I'm not going to know that. 1 to 4 family, improved condos, adjustable rates of a primary residence, a second home, or investment properties with conventional loans. Now, as of April 1st, conventional came out with new guidelines where you can no longer put down 5% down on a multifamily property. Now, even if it's your primary residence, with a conventional mortgage, you have to put down at minimum 15% down if you're buying a duplex, and if you're buying a 3 or 4 family, you have to put down 20% down payment. So if you guys are trying to house hack your life away and use conventional loans, if you don't have the capital, then FHA is going to be the premier loan. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. Reserves are key with conventional mortgages and FHA mortgages. You guys know what reserves are? So yes, you know what reserves are. Okay, a lot of you don't know what that is. So reserves is basically your monthly mortgage payment, right? You need to have a couple months of that in your bank account, your 401k, your brokerage account. So if your mortgage payment is $1,000 a month, then you need to have at least $3,000 post-closing in your checking, savings, your brokerage, your 401k that the lender can verify. Now, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to need reserves because when you're buying any type of property, especially multifamily, one, these tenants are not guaranteed to pay you $1. And number 2, repairs are always needed. So those folks who always go out there and tell you you don't need no money to buy real estate or to get into real estate, forget all of that. I'm telling you, as soon as you close on the house, like I just closed on the house 3 weeks ago, these tenants have not paid me $1 yet. I had to buy a new fridge for one apartment. I had to buy a stove, and now the toilet's leaking. Move the subfloor, now I have to change the whole subfloor. But if I was house rich and cash poor, I would be struggling right now. So I encourage you all, please do not go into no real estate transaction if you do not have no money. Because anything can come up. Now, FHA loans, FHA 101. Now, FHA is going to be the premier loan, in my opinion, if you want to house hack your life away. Minimum 580 credit score, 3.5% down payment. 6% sales concession. You can use it with a 1 to 4 family, improved condos, mixed-use properties, fixed and adjustable rates, but it's only for your primary residence. So, to answer a couple questions, no, you cannot buy a home FHA and put it in your LLC. No, you cannot do that. You should not transfer your FHA home into an LLC post-closing either, because you can trigger what's going on due on sales clause, which that means the lender can say, hey, you transferred ownership, now I want my money in full in 30 days on foreclosure lien. So you guys gotta understand the game. A lot of people online talk a lot of shit, they don't know what they're talking about. They're gonna set you up for failure if you don't know the game, you don't know the guidelines. FHA, you can also do a 203K and rehab home. I spoke to somebody earlier today, where are you? Bro, I'm a duplex. Stand up for a second for me, bro. I'm putting you in the spot right now. So this young man right here, he follows me, he brought my course, and he bought a duplex, I think 190, and you put about 100K into it?
One at 130, got put in 150.
Bought it for 130, put 150 into it, he's into it for 280, and appraised for how much?
320.
320. And he's still doing the repairs right now. He walked into the house with 10% equity. Don't let no one tell you, a realtor, no one tell you that you cannot do this, because I don't know this man from Adam Eve, Williams Steve. I never knew he wrote my course or anything. And he came and told me all this information today. I said, wow, that's powerful. While people over here overpaying for properties, he walked into a property with 10% down. 10% equity. And he only paid how much out of pocket?
I think 10,000, 11,000.
10,000, 11,000 out of his pocket total. He got 100% of his rehab money. So please, clap it up for him. Don't tell you that you can't use FHA, you can't use 203Ks. These products are here for you guys to build your portfolio. You just need to fire that person to talk to, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. You need to build your team accordingly if you guys are going to get into this game, and know as much as the realtors, know as much as the loan officers, know as much as these people, so that way you're able to educate them, and that way you're able to
Yeah, I wanted you to break down the house hacking a little bit.
Alright?
So if somebody doesn't know what house hacking is, can you break down what house hacking is and how that can be very, very informative and it's profitable?
So house hacking is basically, if you're buying a multifamily, you can do this with a single family too, but if you're buying a multifamily generally, you're living in one unit and you're renting out the other units and you're living for free.
Do you guys understand that? Now I know it's
Say yes if you understand.
Yep.
all right, so I know some of the areas might not have a lot of multi-units, so what you'll learn today is a lot of the properties that Caesar and I own are not necessarily where we live. We own units in Orlando, Miami, Detroit, Chicago, New Jersey, of course. But a way to get a lot of money, which a lot of people do, is to house hack. So for instance, Angela Yee, who was a co-host of the Breakfast Club, when she bought her first house, it was a two-family house. She lived on one floor, she rented out the top floor. She did that because she pretty much lived rent-free. The top floor paid for the mortgage of the house. So she lived there free. Now what she can do is what a lot of people do is if you have a three-family, and you can do the same thing. You rent out one floor, or rent out two floors, you live on one floor. They pay for your mortgage and you get a profit. I tell people to do that all the time because you can use the FHA to get this, correct?
Say that again.
Can you use the FHA to buy a multi-unit house?
Yes, you can.
Now this is what I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what to do. Let's say it's a three-family house. One family, two family, three family, three different floors. You can rent it out, you can rent out two floors and live there on the main floor.
Yes.
If there's an attic in that property, could you live in the attic?
Shooters, keep it on me, please, not me. Technically, yes.
So you can live with that. So you can rent out the first floor. Let's say $1,500 on the first floor, $1,500 on the second floor, $1,500 on the third floor, right? That's $4,500 and you live in the attic, right?
Yes.
See what I'm saying? Let's take it a step further. Let's say you rent out 15, 15, 15, right? $4,500. Rent out the attic for $1,000. That's $5,500. Can you live in the garage?
Garage.
Garage. Can
But you just live in an attic.
But I rented out the attic. I want to live in the garage. Can I live in the garage?
I mean, I guess yes, if you want to live in your garage.
Is there FHA police walking around to see if you actually live in the garage or not?
Look, the streets are always watching people. You see my number, NMLS number 58700. I am a licensed loan officer. I'll tell you the guidelines. So yes, but have they ever showed up on somebody's house? I don't know.
So if you're looking to buy your first investment property, this is a good tool. You get this FHA loan, you use 3% to 3.5%, you get a multi-unit. You live in one of the units. You rent out the other two. You get a profit. You keep it. You take it out of FHA to a conventional lender and do the same thing over and over, and you live in one of the units, which could be an attic or garage or basement. Exactly. I just wanted to give you guys what people do and the way they get around certain things. What Angela Yee did was brilliant. She lived in that place for over 3, 4, 5 years and didn't have to pay rent one time. Used that money to stack it and buy another property. She left that property, rented out her floor, and did the same thing in her new building. These are ways that you can do it if you want to live in it. If not, you can do like I was saying, rent out 4, 3 floors, you live in the garage, you live in the attic, you have mail come, and those are things you can do. I ain't telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what to do.
I'm damn sure not telling you to do either.
But I just wanted to, explain that to you guys so you understand how you can do it. And sometimes it's not just where you live. The best deals that I got was when I wasn't in New York or New Jersey. But I'll break that down later. I just wanted to break that down so people understand. Because sometimes you too politically correct something.
NMLS number 58700.